One night, after a particularly stressful week, filled with exams and assignments, Charlotte felt the need to escape. The house was quiet. Her parents were asleep, and the clock had just struck midnight. Feeling restless, she decided to slip out of the house for a late walk around the neighborhood, craving some freedom and fresh air. She quietly opened the door and stepped outside, closing it softly behind her. The streets were calm and almost empty, illuminated by the soft glow of street lights. Charlotte breathed deeply, enjoying the cool night air and the rare moment of solitude. She wandered through nearby parks and quiet lanes, feeling a brief but intense thrill from breaking the rules without anyone knowing. Hours passed, and the night grew colder. Meanwhile, back home, her parents woke in the middle of the night and noticed Charlotte wasn't in her bed. Concern crept in quickly. Her mother checked the clock, well past curfew. Her father searched the house and called Charlotte's phone repeatedly, but there was no answer. Panic began to rise as they feared for her safety. They waited anxiously until dawn, when the front door quietly creaked open. Charlotte tiptoed inside, exhausted and chilled, expecting to slip into her room unnoticed. But instead, she found her parents waiting in the living room, their faces tired but serious. Her mother spoke first, her voice calm but firm. "Charlotte, we're relieved you're safe, but we're very disappointed. You left without telling us and stayed out all night. This isn't just about curfew, it's about trust and respect." Her father nodded, adding, "You're an adult now, and with that comes responsibility. We expect you to take our rules seriously, especially when they're about your safety. Breaking curfew like this puts not only you at risk but also worries us deeply." Charlotte felt a heavy knot in her stomach. She hadn't meant to cause so much worry, but now she understood the gravity of her actions. Her mother continued, "Because of what you've done, there will be consequences. Your phone will be taken away for 2 weeks. You won't be allowed to go out alone for a month, and you'll need to keep us informed about where you are at all times." Charlotte didn't argue. She felt the weight of their trust being broken and the seriousness of the punishment. The phone, her lifeline to friends and information, was now gone, and the restrictions on her freedom felt suffocating. But she knew it was fair. During those weeks, Charlotte faced the loneliness of limited contact with friends and the frustration of having her independence curtailed. But more importantly, she reflected deeply on how her actions had impacted her parents. Their worry, the long night waiting, the loss of trust, it was more than she had realized in the moment of rebellion. She also noticed how her parents softened over time, seeing her genuine efforts to respect the rules. She began to communicate more openly with them, sharing her plans and whereabouts without hesitation. By the end of her punishment, Charlotte had not only earned back her phone and freedoms, but also rebuilt the trust that had been damaged. She understood that being an adult meant balancing independence with responsibility, and that respect was earned through consistent actions, not just words. Charlotte learned that the rules her parents set weren't to control her, but to protect her and their relationship. From then on, she made a conscious effort to honor their concerns, realizing that trust is fragile but essential, especially within family. Though she was legally an adult, her parents still insisted on a reasonable curfew. They cared deeply about her safety and wanted her to maintain a good routine, especially with her studies demanding focus and rest. Charlotte understood their concern but sometimes felt stifled by the rules.